So, and just a little aside note, as far as I'm concerned, it may not happen
Bro,
for
are you
other
fucking
people,
kidding me?
but for me, when I fasted that long, the first, I'm going to say 5 days, 3 days really a struggle. But the first 5, after you get past that 5th day, you're not like, you don't have a whole lot of energy. You're not, like I said, you're not going to be going and doing a gym workout, but you settle into it, you relax into it, and it has a lot of benefits, and it's very, very awesome to evolve you. So eating is a big thing, and there is a reason. You don't eat. Now you got to flip that logic. If you don't eat to get in those spiritual realms, if you're already having problems with spiritual realms, like you're being attacked, you're hearing all these voices that are telling you to do awful things, you want to eat. You don't, unless you get clear, or, you go to a church and you have to do a deliverance on you or whatever. You don't want to be wide open when you are being attacked spiritually. And I want to say here that so much of our problems we think are mental, emotional, physical, but they are actually spiritual. And the reason we can't get past them is because we turn to medication, we turn to alcohol, to drugs, to love, addiction, spending, eating, nicotine, whatever we can use to numb it. But the solution to most of it is it's a spiritual solution. Again, in America, we don't automatically, unless we go to church regularly, and I know a lot of people who go to church who never consider, hey, this is a spiritual condition I need to work on. Everybody goes to this 3-week solution, and that doesn't work. So, when we are struggling, you can see all this on my website, mysticaltherapist.com. Go to the Shaman tab. When we're suffering with anxiety, a lot of people call me for clearing when they're suffering with anxiety, depression, nightmares, suicidal thoughts. I did have 3 years ago now, a family called me after a very publicized murder in their family. One of the family members killed themselves and their children, and it was totally uncharacteristic. And the family came to me to find out what happened. And when you have something that heinous, you can bet your biffy, as Ben would say, my dad. You can bet your biffy that there is demonic attachments, possession going on. That is the demonic realm. That is these unclean spirits' main goal. It is to cause you to cause yourself harm as well as others. And the problem is, anyway, let me say this. When I went in and looked at what had happened, because when I go in, I can reverse the timeline and go back and see the event. And I was able to see the woman was possessed, full on possessed. And the family, they were struggling to understand. I said, look, if you had seen this person when this happened, you would not recognize them. And that's the problem with demonic possession. Everybody says, oh, this is crazy. Yeah, well, guess what? That is the best deception that the devil ever perpetrated on this world, on this earth, is convincing people he doesn't exist. You ask somebody that worships the devil, they'll tell you real clear, he exists. And I tell people all the time, there are more demons in this world right now than there ever have been. And that's because their time is short and they're trying to accomplish a lot. But anyway, the stages that happen is the people, when they have this attachment, anxiety and depression, rage, anger, these things come in. And Warriors ahead, up by 10. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the You got somebody attacking you all the time, they got demons, more than likely. You've got somebody that is in severe depression, that is, full of anxiety. God doesn't put rage and fear on you. The devil does. So what happens is people try to medicate these things. They try to anger management therapy, or they try to take antidepressants or whatever. And when parents call me, particularly, adults never call me when they're about to start medicating. It's when they have kids that they're about to get medicated. And they'll call me and they'll say, we're going to go get this child medicated. They're depressed and this and that. And I always beg them not to do that. Medication numbs any form of health and not medicated to. So when you're having emotions are a signal, and when they numb and it's okay, whatever, or maybe it's like a jellyfish. And so when you do that, it's like opening the door saying, whatever wants to come in, here. And so a lot of people who medicate, they get worse off than better. They don't connect the dots, but that's what's happening. They are opening themselves up to more spirit entity attacks. So I get a lot of parents that call me with kids. I had one a week ago, his best friend got killed. And so now this trauma actually opened him up psychically. And now this kid is hearing, like, randomly screams. And the entities that are doing the screaming are posing as family members and friends of his. So he's, like, completely wigged out. He can be out on the basketball court and, start hearing screams in his head. And so the mother called for a clearing, and I went in and I looked at this kid. And he's a very high-dimensional, very evolved soul.
Oh, it's okay. Stop giving him shit.
I had to clear stuff off that he's
God damn.
from other times. So anyway, one other thing I wanted to talk about is meditation. Everybody teaches meditation. And, I had my astrology chart done when I was in my Saturn return, 27 years old. Jean Avery did my astrology charts. The best damn astrology reading ever. She was amazing. And she told me then, she said, meditation can be one of the most dangerous things in the world. And I was like, I didn't hear anything about meditation. But anyway, as I grew and learned and researched, I found out why that's true. Meditation is opening yourself up to whatever is around you. Again, go with your front door wide open and say, come on in. Psychedelics, ayahuasca, mushrooms, what's that cactus? Is it San Pedro cactus? I can't remember. I don't do any of that. I don't need it. I can get where I need to go, I can see what I need to see without hallucinogenics. And so I don't recommend any of that because, again, it opens you wide. And if you don't believe there are spirits and things this way, it's not going to be
They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some
spoke. When you're wide open, you're very attractive because they want nothing better than to use you as a host and latch on. So it's important to, when you drink,
Flake your shit
go out
out.
to bars, these spirits love hanging out in clubs. That's why I don't go to them. I haven't ever been somebody that enjoys club or bar life. I can't be around that. So, you go in there, we'll say you're not shielded, you're not grounded, you're already dirty, your aura is already dirty because you've never cleaned it. You walk in there, you're already vulnerable, and you start drinking or drugging, and you have zero armor at that point. And then you wind up in bed with somebody you don't even know who they are. And most likely you've picked up stuff. You've picked up attachments. And you move forward from that event and you start getting depressed. Oh, why am I so depressed? And you move through that a few more months, maybe a year, and start thinking about killing yourself. And you may or you may not do it. Maybe you go to a doctor and you start taking prescription pills. And then you just walk around like a zombie. So this stuff's really real. And it's really important that you get it figured out. Because I'm telling you now, this stuff's going to accelerate faster and faster. And if you don't know what's going on, you're going to get... I always liken it to a ocean. You know, you can play around right at the edge, and then you get to this certain depth.
What?
You don't have a sure footing. The wave will come in and it'll grab you and drag you out. That's what happens to you when you're not protected.
Yes, sir.
You're not yourself in higher vibration.
And we are done here.
Really, really fast. In February, my husband was killed in a car accident.
We did it.
And right after it happened, and I had two friends,
Lord.
and they both said, you gotta heal this quick. You gotta get through this. And just a year 13, my 1 year anniversary. And I looked back on that this day, and I asked both of them, I said, why did you say that to me? That's a really odd thing to say to a grieving widow. And they said, we don't know. God told us to tell you that. We don't know. But I do know. Because, A, I had a lot of you guys to help me and continue to help. But B, because if I got down in that hole, I had my time of grieving. I had a lot of sadness. I had a lot of tears. But I always pick myself back up because I know, especially as intuitive as I am, I know I can't afford to get down in that hole. And